Hey, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel for another video. Today's video is going to be my first ever book haul. Woo! So yeah, today we're gonna do a book haul. I've never done a book haul before. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun because I have a lot of books here that I've got so far in 2021. So I'm doing this based on what I purchased from January up until now. Today is April 2nd, and I actually got a couple in the mail today. So I was like, perfect. I'm gonna just include them in this video. So yeah, we're gonna do a book haul from all the books I purchased in January, February, and March. And some of these are book of the month books. Some of these are Once Upon a Book Club books. And then some of these I was just perusing through Barnes & Noble and picked them up, or I pre-ordered online. So I'm really excited to show you guys what I've purchased. I'm gonna break this down into 3 sections. So first I'm gonna do the book of the month books. And then next I'm gonna do the Once Upon a Book Club books and those boxes. And then last I'm gonna do the books that I just purchased at Barnes & Noble. I'm not gonna do big in-depth description of each book because then we would be here for literally an hour and we don't have time for that. So I'm just going to show you guys and tell you why I picked it out, and let's jump into it.
Hello, it's editing me. So I filmed this video beginning of April, like I just said, April 2nd, and it is now May 19th when I'm editing this. So some time has passed since I've filmed this. I've gotten a couple more books since then, so I'm just going to throw them up in this kind of area. I got my book of the month order for May, which was, I got The Hunting Wives. I ordered Imposter Syndrome. And then I also ordered, there was a third one. It was the Last Summer at the Golden Hotel. I ordered that one. And then I also got my Once Upon a Book Club order for April. And that was the book, what does it say? It's over there. Meet Me in Paradise. So it's Meet Me in Paradise. So I got those 4 in. Since I filmed this video, I have so many more on my Amazon wish list. So I don't know. Maybe some more will come this summer. But yeah. Okay. Back to the video. Bye.
Okay, so first we're going to do the book of the month books. This is not sponsored. I just am a member of their service. I really enjoy being a member of Book of the Month. I think it's a lot of fun, and it keeps my options open to new releases that I never heard of before. So I just really enjoy being a subscriber to that service. And I have a ton of books from them from this year so far to show you. So each month you can pick from one of 5 books for your book of the month. It's a $15 credit a month, which is insane because a hardcover book is like $27 in the bookstore. And then you can do up to 2 add-ons. So you have the opportunity to get 3 books per month if you want to. And usually I do at least 2. It's been a while since I've just done the 1 book for my credit. So, you know, whatever. So first I'm gonna go through January's books that I picked out. And the first one is The Prophets by Robert Jones Jr. And I was just really intrigued by this book because it's kind of a love story. But it's also historical fiction, and I love historical fiction, and I love a romance. And so I don't really know too much about it. The little blurb at the top basically says, 2 enslaved young men on a deep South plantation, the refuge they find in each other, and the betrayal that threatens their existence. So, it sounded really interesting to me. I haven't read it yet because it's really big. Not really big. It's not that big, but it'll still take me a little bit to read. I just haven't gotten there yet. It sounds like it's going to be pretty serious, and I'm going to have to be in not like a fun mindset to read this because I think it's going to pack a big punch. So really excited about that one. I'm just going to stack them behind me. We'll see the piles grow. The second book I got in January was Outlawed by Anna North. This one is on my list to read this April, so that'll be really fun. It's really short, and all I know is that it's like a fun little Western and also historical fiction. So I don't know. Again, I've heard mixed reviews about this one. Haven't read it yet, but I am going to be reading it this month, and I'm really excited about it. The next book I have is from February, so now we're jumping into my February choices. This one is Girl A by Abigail Dean, and this one is a thriller or mystery horror, one of those in that genre somewhere. It is about childhood trauma. There were some trigger warnings with this one, so just be mindful of that if you're going to pick this one up. It does talk about childhood trauma and family trauma and growing up in an abusive household, but I do think it's going to be a really interesting, enjoyable read. So I'm excited to read this one as well. I'm trying to expand my genres this year. I've read a lot more like sci-fi and fantasy this year than I have in a long time, and expanding into thrillers too is something I really want to do. I've only read a couple thrillers because I'm a scaredy cat and I'm a total wuss. Still on the topic of thrillers, I got Final Girls by Riley Sager. This book came out this one says July 2017, so this was the book of the month option for July 2017. But I just picked it up because I read Home Before Dark by Riley Sager back in October, and I loved it. I want to read all of his backlist, and I know there's a new book coming out, I think in July, sometime this summer. But I'm really excited to get that one, and I want all of them in like the hardback. In my Barnes & Noble, they only sell his books in the paperback, and with certain authors and certain books and certain things, I want them all to kind of match. So I want all of his backlist in the hardback, and the book of the month has them all in hardback. So I'm going to slowly kind of work my way up to having all of them, but I am really excited about this one too. I know he sticks to like his formula of what happens in his stories, and that is just fine with me. So I am very excited to give this one a read and to get the rest of his backlist. Last one for February, I did get 3 in February, is Infinite Country. This was a February option. I mean, look at this cover. Are you kidding me? It is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, but I do love it. I'm really excited to read it. Again, it's a really short one, so I think I can get it done like a weekend if I just didn't have anything else to do except read. This one is about a family of immigrants and how one of them gets deported and they're making their way back to each other. So again, if that is something that is triggering to you and your family, or if you've been through that experience with your family, that's just something to keep in mind before picking this up. But again, it's little, but I hear it packs a big punch. I'm really excited to read this one. Okay, now we're moving into March. I got 2 books from the book of the month options in March, and so here we go. Another thriller. This one is Too Good to Be True by Carola Lovering. There we go. Names are hard sometimes, but I got Too Good to Be True. It is a thriller or mystery, something in that genre. Again, and I'm really excited to read this one. I don't know much about this one, but I know it's about someone's relationship and there's a wedding ring on the front, so that'll be interesting. I'm excited to give this a read. Gabby from Gabby Reads said this one wasn't too bad. She gave it 3 stars. So, but I feel like she's also very particular about her thrillers because that's what she reads all the time. But for me, someone who just like picks them up sometimes, I'll probably really enjoy it if she gave it a 3 out of 5. So yeah, excited about this one too. And then my other one for March was What's Mine and Yours. This one is about, it's about it's about racial tensions and families, and I think there's a love triangle somewhere in this. I'm not really sure, but I feel it gives me, the description of it gave me Vanishing Half vibes, and so I'm really looking forward to, again, reading this one and maybe learning a little bit more about the topic of this. So really excited. And also look at this cover. Are you crazy? Like, it's beautiful. It's so colorful. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. Okay, and now we're moving into my April book of the month picks. I ordered 1 book from their list, and I ordered 1 as an add-on that wasn't on the 5 list, but it was a new add-on option. So the first one is my book of the month pick that I picked, and that is Arsenic and Adobo. The description of this book on their website was Oh my God, it was so funny. It was so funny. I gotta find it, but I'm filming on my phone, so I can't look it up. But it was basically like that awkward moment when your ex-boyfriend is poisoned in your restaurant and you're the number one suspect, something like that. And I immediately was like, add to my box, that is mine, thank you very much. So it's a mystery. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. It seems like it's gonna be hilarious at the same time. I am very excited, and this cover is awesome. So hyped to read this. And then the last one I got for book of the month, and it is an April add-on, was The Bad Muslim Discount. Look at this cover. Are you kidding me? It's gorgeous. It's so pretty. The sunset, the characters, the flowers, it's just, everything about it is just beautiful. Again, I don't really know what this one is about, but I'm excited. The little blurb at the top of the summary says, following two families from Pakistan and Iraq in the 1990s to San Francisco in 2016. The Bad Muslim Discount is an inclusive comic novel about Muslim immigrants finding their way in modern America. That sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited to learn about these characters, learn a little bit more about their culture. Love it. Love, love, love. And the cover is so pretty. It's so pretty. So excited. Okay, those are my book of the month options. Okay, next I wanted to talk about my Once Upon a Book Club options. I am a new member to Once Upon a Book Club. I purchased the Steamy romance box back in January, and it just came like a couple weeks ago. I know there was like a huge delay with their shipping and everything, but they were very transparent about it. Either way, I just got it like last week or a couple weeks ago, and I'm very excited. This one isn't really a spoiler because you knew what you were purchasing when you were buying the box. The subscriptions are the ones that are they just give you hints. They don't really tell you what's going to be in the box. But I did get the Steamy Romance box, and that is featuring The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I'm very excited to read this. This is going to be what I'm reading next, right after I read The Hating Game, which I am about 50% of the way through. This is going to be next, and stay tuned because there might be a reading vlog with this book. I don't know, maybe.
Hello, editing me again. There already is a reading vlog for the X Talk where I open up all of my goodies from Once Upon a Book Club. I've linked it in the cards up here, and I've linked it down below in the description. So go check that out. It was a fun time. Okay, bye.
With Once Upon a Book Club, you get little gifts that go with each book, and there were 4 gifts that go with this one, and so I thought it would be fun to read this book and show you how I'm reading it and what the gifts are as I read this book. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see. We'll experiment a little bit, see something cool, but I'm very excited that I finally got this box. I've been waiting for this box, so really excited that I got it. Really excited to read it. And then the next book I got, I actually just got the box today. It is the March pick for Once Upon a Book Club was The Lost Apothecary, and do you see this cover? This cover is beautiful. Like, I saw the hint on their website, and I was like, ooh, I'm signing up because I want to get this box. And then my fiance and I went to Barnes & Noble the next day, or like that next weekend, because we go to Barnes & Noble pretty much every Sunday. It's adorable. And I saw this cover in their like new section of Barnes & Noble, and I was like, I bet you that's the Once Upon a Book Club pick because of this hint that they gave. And I immediately picked it up because I saw the cover, and hello, it's gorgeous. So obviously I picked it up, and I started reading the summary on the inside, and I was like, wait a minute, this is the Once Upon a Book Club pick that I just bought. It was also a book of the month option, so this one is like, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I'm so excited to read it. Like, again, I'm so excited to read it. If my video for the X Talk does pretty well and people enjoy that, then I'm gonna do one for The Lost Apothecary as well. And I'm also signed up to get their April box, which I think I know what that one is too. I'm really excited. So the hint sounded like a lot of fun. So yeah, that is my March pick from Once Upon a Book Club. Okay, and now we're gonna jump into the books that I just saw at Barnes & Noble that I picked up just because I wanted them. Some of them I have wanted for a little while. They were anticipated books that I wanted. Some of them I was just kind of like, ooh, that sounds like fun. Others were just books that have been on my want to read list on Goodreads for a while, and I found them in the store, so I picked them up. These are mostly from Barnes & Noble. I did order one from Amazon. It was a pre-order from Amazon. So yeah, I'm really excited. The first one that I have is Shipped by Angie Hoffman. And this one, it literally says on the back, The Unhoneymooners meets The Hating Game. And I'm reading The Hating Game right now. I'm gonna read The Unhoneymooners soon, and then I'm gonna read this one after. And I'm very excited because if it's anything like The Hating Game, I'm already like, my heart is full, already obsessed. So very, very, very excited for like a summertime romance. The next book I got was Honey Girl. I got the set also at Barnes & Noble just because I wasn't sure about it because it was a book of the month option. I just wasn't sure about it. But then I hear a ton of people talking about how good this is, and I didn't want it in like the big hardback. And I found it in paperback, and I'm still obsessed with the cover. The cover is beautiful, but I'm very excited to read this one too. I feel like I can relate to the character a little bit more with this one, and I don't know, I'm really excited. The next book I got, this was like a total impulse buy because I don't read books like this. It is a classic. I have not read a classic book in a really long time. Like probably since my lit class I had to take as a gen ed in college, I have not read a classic. They're really hard for me to get into. The language is really hard for me to understand. But I saw this edition of this book, and I saw that the print inside of it was not 8-point font. It was not minuscule. I could actually see it. And I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I hear that this one is like top notch. And so this has made me really excited to try and read this book and jump back into classics. So without further ado, let me stop talking. It's Emma by Jane Austen. I've never read a Jane Austen. My favorite classic before, like at this point, is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I read it in high school. It was one of my favorite books I read in high school. I come to find out years later that it was one of my mom's favorites too, and so that's really special to me. I have her old edition. I have my edition. I really want to get like a really pretty edition, but I don't know. I haven't really never been drawn to classics. I'm getting more interested in them. So like I have a couple of George Orwell. I have a couple of other ones that I found. I have, my dad just brought down a ton of books that were in my garage with my name on it. So I have like The Scarlet Letter over here, which I never read in high school. I never had to read it. I have Great Gatsby, Secret Garden. I have a ton of classics that I just have never read because I've never been interested. It's really hard for me to read books like this, but look at this edition. I just thought it was so cool. I thought it was really pretty. The text on the inside is completely doable for me. I have really bad eyesight, so when I have books that have really, really tiny font, it's really hard for me to read. But this one, which is why I don't, lean towards classics very often, because they're hard for me to read. But this one I think is very doable, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to own it and to read it eventually. Wow, I talked for a long time on that one. The next one is The Girl Who Could Move Shit with Her Mind by Jackson Ford. I don't know really anything about this book. I do know that the cover was really fun for me, and I thought the title was hysterical, and I know it's science fiction, and I'm trying to get more into science fiction. This is the beginning of a series. I originally saw the sequel, like the second sequel to this first in the bookstore, and I looked it up on Goodreads to check out reviews and if people liked it, and I saw that it was the second one, and they didn't have this one in stock when I first went. So when I went back a couple weeks later, they had it, and so I'm really excited because I'm trying to get more into science fiction. I really like the science fiction that I've read so far. I think I've read Ready Player One back in December. I read Ready Player Two last month. Not great, but overall, I liked the idea of science fiction. I think there's so many avenues to explore science fiction, so I'm really excited to see what this one is like. And plus, my fiance read the back of it, and he goes, oh, this is like Scarlet Witch from the Avengers, and she's my fave. So, I'm excited for this. Okay, we got 3 more. We could do this. The next one I got was Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. I've never read a Colleen Hoover. I am really want to try a Colleen Hoover, and so I saw this one at the store, and I actually saw the novella that comes after this one first, and then I was like, oh, this is a series, so I should probably read the first one in the series before I read a novella about side characters. So that's why I got this one. I was really drawn to the novella, but I wanted to read this one first, and if I like it, I'll go back and get the novella. I'm excited. So I love a good romance. I know she does romance and like contemporary, but I think this one is more of a romance. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can call me out. I don't know. I saw it. I thought it would be fun. I picked it up. Now I'm going to read it. All right. The next one is one that I've had on my TBR for a while. I don't really know why I was drawn to it, but I'm glad I found it in paperback because I really did not want the hardback for this one because it was just gigantic. But I am really glad I found it in paperback. And it's called Last Couple Standing. And it's about a married couple on the brink of divorce, I think. And like, because they see all their friends around them getting divorces. And so they have to try to figure out how they can save their marriage, or are they going to end up just like their friends? So again, I don't know why I'm drawn to this one, but it sounds interesting to me. And so it's really, again, it's really short. So I don't know, see how this goes. It also fits my challenge that I have in my reading journal for a yellow cover. And so boy, do we have a yellow cover. So yeah, there's this one. And the last one is probably one of my most highly anticipated new releases of this year. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. If you haven't watched anything on, Book World, BookTube, YouTube, then you're under a rock because this book has been everywhere. People have been loving it. I am so excited to read it, but I'm also really nervous to read it because it's the end of a series that I've loved, and I don't want to not love it as much as I loved the other ones. And I also don't want the series to end. But that is Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. I love this series so much. I love this series so much. I am so excited to read this. Like, you have no idea. Like, I'm so excited to read this. I've seen so many people talking about it. I loved Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and Take a Hint, Danny Brown. And this is the last one. What's the youngest sister is little Eve, and she gets her love story. And I'm so excited for her. And I'm so excited for me because I get to read it and live vicariously through it. But yeah, I'm so, so, so excited. Ooh, okay. All right, yep, and that's it. I'm so excited. And that's it. Those are all of my books I purchased so far this year. Over the last 3 months, I think it's like 20 or something. It's kind of crazy because who do I think I am thinking I can read all these books fast? I can't, but it's okay because now I have them. This will probably be the only book haul I'll do for a while because I'm moving in a couple months, and if I buy any more books, I'm going to hate myself when I have to pack them and move them. And I'm sure my fiance is going to hate me when he also has to help me pack them and move them. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching this book haul. Thank you for tuning in for another video. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.